What is up, everyone? You don't have to let me know how my mic sounds. I don't have Rico today to let me know if I don't got the feedback, the echo. I think I'm good. I'm not muted. Anyway, hopefully you can hear me. Shout out to Manosphere versus Manosphere AR. Popped up in the chat. Reza Neal, hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Let me show these chats. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. AR says I sound good. Boom, boom. Truth is never a favor. Whoa. What up, big homie? What's up, bro? And AR. Cool. Don Frank. Hello. Now I did start earlier today. I two reasons. I wanted to start earlier. I wanted to get in here before some other streams started because I think JP might be restarting over 420. I do not know, but I don't know the time zones. I just didn't want to take. I'm just like, let me start earlier. And I know Dawn Harden is over in Europe, so I know she comes on. You don't have a wrench, man? Hold up. You already got a wrench. What are you talking about? You already got a wrench, Truth. What are you talking about? Oh, how did you get a wrench? Okay, let me tell you. So what it is, what I was trying to do is, hold up, sorry, y'all. Give me a second. I was in the wrong account on YouTube. Bear with me. Boom. Ignore that echo. That's me switching over. Dawn. Hello, love. Hello. Boom. All right, cool. Now, the wrenches. Oh, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome. The wrenches were two reasons. One, I saw a lot of fake. And matter of fact, you were one of the fake. Not you. But there was a fake. There's been a lot of fake accounts going around in this little circle that we have. Yours was Truth is Never Flavored. There was a Loverboy Pinsky. So there's been a lot of fakes. Rico thought he was hit by a fake the other day. Somebody pretending to be Jen. It could have been a real one. We don't know. But there's been a lot of fakes. So I'm like, if the people I know come here and how y'all operate, if I give y'all a wrench, I know who you guys are. Why didn't I get a fake account? AR, you are the fake account. Anyway, the second reason, not just so that I would know you guys. Again, you don't have to moderate. Y'all don't have to do all that get the likes up. Y'all don't have to hit the subscribe. Y'all don't have to do any of that. I'm not doing all that. I don't do all that promotion. I just want to give y'all a conversation, content. If y'all like it, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But I'm not here to put anybody to work, especially for free. If I can't pay you, man, you just here to enjoy the ride. The second thing, I like all the blue, man. The blue people in the chat, I like the way they look. So, the Misfit mods, when I put that blue MMs in there, I can't do it on my computer. It'd be easier to do on my phone. So I have to show that to y'all later. But that's what the wrenches are for, man. So I appreciate knowing y'all are here, the people I've been in the chats with back and forth. So I ain't got to worry about those fake accounts. AR, let's see. I can't even pay myself. Hey, man, too broke to pay attention, man. Anyway, I wanted to get to it, you guys. A little bit of what do you want to say? Housekeeping. So since we, particularly drinking the bar keeping, man, Rico is doing his thing separately. He wanted to engage in some of the back and forth with some of the other content creators. I just can't really align with that at this moment. So, he's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. And I was actually just going to leave the channel alone, but somebody did reach out to me and encourage me. And I was like, you know what? If you guys find value in it, I want to have some of the meaningful conversations, but I'm probably going to have to just restructure a little bit. So I don't know if I'm going to be staying on YouTube, moving over to Twitch. But in the meantime, I definitely wanted to let you guys know where we were. So Rico may be doing something with Knowledge and Relationships in the future on Wednesdays, and I may be helping him with that. But again, I don't know. I know he's been working with Brother Clarence a lot. So if you want to find him, you'll still find him in these YouTube streets, hitting it pretty hard. Brother Clarence's channel may still be on Knowledge and Relationships on Wednesdays. Not this Wednesday, but, going forward. Appreciate your truth, definitely. Let me put this up. Don said, I'm glad I stuck with it. I'm going to try. Now, listen, if the mess comes to my doorstep, Don, they've been wild in the streets. They've been running wild in them YouTube streets. So I ain't a part of all that. I'm stepping back from all that. Let me just be on my little channel. But Sim Simma, man, I don't know if he wanted the credit, but he reached out to me and gave me some encouragement. I'm like, it's not like I'm doing anything else today. So, you know what I'm saying? I already had the time set aside. So, I can come on here, let you guys know what's going on and what I want to do going forward. You guys can take part and help me in all of that. Let me see. Yes, they are wild. I saw a little bit last night, Don. I was in the chat. I was like, woo, boy, let me just stay. I ain't going to laugh. I ain't going to no LOLs, no smiley faces. I was like, nope, won't be getting me again. But anyway, I definitely wanted to talk to you guys about this channel here. I know I moved the time up from 6 to 5 just because I just didn't want to sit and, I try to be low key too. I didn't want to sit, man, and idle and think myself. I'm one of those anxious types, and I'll sit and think myself out of stuff, and I would have just not done the show today. So I was like, I had to come while I felt up to it and get on there. I wanted to go over what I intended to do 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I had intended to do this show about nothing. It's a riff on the old Seinfeld, the show about nothing. That's what the art is. This is Seinfeld's apartment in the background. Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw you in the chat too, True. You weren't throwing jokes and you was trying to encourage people to, take the high road. So I appreciate that you consistently try to tell people to, drop the beef. I mean, because there's no benefit to it, man. So definitely appreciate that. But I wanted to get some feedback on the show before I had even quit. And Sim was like, man, don't ghost us, man. Because I put up that thing about ghosting in the True Peel Community Garden. And I talked about that in the alpha thing on knowledge and relationships about ghosting. One of my traits. Like, there's a problem, if there's conflict, man, like I'll dip about quick. AR says I try to stay low key, but the Kool-Aid is too strong. Man, take some of the sugar out, bro. Don says I love the background. Thank you. That's the Seinfeld apartment. I tried to get the green screen to match up, but there's a little bit of, there's always a little bit of detail I miss, man. He said I need to stop. Man, yeah, man, it's crazy out here. But as far as this show, Critically Drinking, I did take both me and Rico's name off of the title because I'm thinking, man, it's not just about me. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about me and Rico's doing his own thing. So I'm like, I don't know who's going to step up or take part or become I don't know. I'm still undecided on a lot of things, but I do want to have deep conversations. AR and I was on AR's Womanisphere versus Manosphere. And we were talking about how a lot of times we kind of shy away from getting deep into the conversations because we're afraid to talk about some of the real stuff. When it comes to gender, when it comes to race, when it comes to all kinds of stuff, we really don't go deep into it. And then we're also scared, like the YouTube police. We're scared to say certain words because, they'll ban us. Man, I don't know. I want to just talk until we're banned. I don't really want to sit there and police words because we're not having important conversations because we're so afraid of not only triggering each other, but triggering, like, getting our channels taken down. And I don't have enough people to worry about getting my channel taken down. So I just want to have some fruitful conversations about some heavy topics while we can. And don't start no. No, I'm not trying to start anything. I actually want to solve some things. Like, speaking of Womanisphere versus Manosphere, he had this topic, and I'm skipping some steps today. Let me go in order. All right, so first thing, deep conversations do need to be had. Cause if y'all notice, man, you don't catch me talking about relationship stuff, man. There's so many people talking about relationships, man. It's like beating a dead horse. I want to unpack some ideas and get people thinking. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was like the security pat down. Like when you go to the bar, the security pat down. So qualified community. We had this topic a week or so ago, and I asked who decides who gets to come. Like, because you always say in the Black community, you can't save everybody. Like, who decides who can and can't be saved? And how do they qualify to be the gatekeeper of who gets to stay in the Black community? If we even have a place to be saved to, but that's always the thing. Like, you can't save everybody. Where are we being saved to? I don't see a real place for a bulk of Black people to go. So it's actually just adopting a code and culture where no matter where we are, we're good. I don't think it's something about need to be saved. We need to save ourselves. It's not going somewhere else or being rescued. It's like a mindset. We need to adopt a better, healthier mindset. So those are the kind of conversations I want to unpack here. Man, so Black, and then this is not a shot. And a lot about people in his 30 for 30, and something hit home. Because, he's been talking about the kind of people that he was going up against. And I just wanted to be honest with y'all, man, for real. Because he's talking about like criminals, thieves, people with records. So I just wanted to put this on the table because some of y'all may not rock with me after y'all hear this, but I want to be completely clear. I myself am a criminal. Yes, this guy. I am on paper now for what is it? Not parole, probation. I'm on probation for felony theft. Okay, that is nobody's business, but I see some people are saying they're throwing people away for their past, things that were done in their past. They're not even asking why they happened. And I'm saying if anybody wants to throw me away because of my history, I want to be full disclosure. I'll tell you myself. I don't want anybody digging up my history to throw out there as ammunition because anything, I am an open book. If you want to talk to me about real stuff about me, we can have a real conversation. I can tell you what went down. I can tell you why it went down. I can tell you the parts and the pieces. It's really nobody's business, but there is a thing about vetting that we also need to do. Who do we take information from? But if I show you that I don't have to be my past. You see what I'm saying? Like, because I did one thing, because this is I only have the one infraction my entire 42 years on this earth. I've got the one criminal infraction that you can find. That's it. But it was a big one. So, I mean, y'all can write me off, but I wanted to give y'all that respect and let y'all make that decision for yourselves because people are saying like, hey, y'all rocking with these people. Y'all rocking with these people. So you don't have to rock with me as a content creator, as a human being, whatever you want to do, man. That is your choice. But I wanted to disclose that myself before anybody started digging up dirt on me because I don't do the mud slinging, but that is fully your choice, and you're informed on my background. All right, cool. Now we got out the way. Yes, Dawn said she don't turn her back. True said he's still rocking. Nobody. Yeah, we've all seen, but man. I mean, I did also want to be honest about that because I mean, maybe for some reason that's why I also try to make sure people don't give me their information. Like, I don't even want that responsibility because people are like, hey man, you could like, no offense, AR. I mean, AR was like, man, you can use my stuff. And JP wanted me to help her with some stuff. I don't want people's personal information just because I don't even want that mistake. So I was like, I didn't want to have to explain my history, but I'm like, it wasn't from a person. It was from a business. It was my employer. We had issues. Boom. Okay. But anyway, I don't want to also put anybody else in the position where they have a vulnerability to somebody that has a history if I haven't disclosed that history. So that's why some of the times you'll have me push back on taking some of your information to help, like login information to help you do some stuff. I don't want it unless I'm willing to disclose my history because you need to make informed decisions. I don't want to be fake like that. I know some people think I'm fake and a backstabber. That's cool. I know I've heard that said about me being two-faced, but I want to be honest before I put anybody in any weird positions, and nobody else can tell you what I'm willing to tell you myself. With that being said, I wanted to talk about a little bit of what I heard last night. Let me see. I make mistakes, but I don't owe anyone explanation after what I'm trying to do better. Hey, I don't owe anybody an explanation, but I do want people to be able to make, and thank you, Resinil, I want people to make informed decisions about everything, about who you spend your time around, who you listen to. Hey, Art, man, you got to stop, man. I want y'all making informed, even about me. I've never told people I was like a good person. I mean, people keep calling me a genius, but I'm like, man, I don't like that title. Like, I see connections and patterns and things, but I don't consider myself a genius by any means. I try not to big myself up because I'm one of them people that I'm prone to arrogance. So I try to fight that off and not accept those labels. But man, sorry, y'all. The next thing I wanted to get to was I heard a little bit about last night, builders and burners. In this online community space, we keep talking about the village. But I don't really see that there is a village. We're a lot of individuals. So what I see us doing, we're trying to build bridges. We're trying to build connections to each other, to different groups of people. And other people are trying to burn those bridges down for whatever reason. They don't want the connections and they don't want anybody else to cross them either. So it's not that we have a village to be burned down, but man, we are definitely burning a lot of bridges out here. I'm not sure why, what the intent is, what the outcomes they're looking for are. I can't speak on that, but man, I really want to start using more appropriate language because we're not building a village. What we're trying to build out here are bridges. I'm connected with Truth, who's on the further on the East Coast, AR also on the East Coast. I'm trying to build connections and bridges to people in different places so that we can have an exchange of ideas. Like you back in the old times, ancient Near East, the Israelites from Asia to Europe down into Africa. They had the Middle East, and they had what was it, the Silk Road? That was a place of commerce and trade where people exchanged ideas and goods, and that's how culture grew because they were able to influence each other. That's what this internet really could be, a place for us to all exchange and sharpen each other, pass tools along to each other so that all of our personal villages become better. Like Truth's channel, he becomes better because he's informed by all of us. My channel becomes better because I'm informed by all of you guys. You guys have experiences and knowledge that I'll never come across in my lifetime, except I meet you, because you're all an expert in your own experience. I'll never experience the miles that you've walked in your feet, in your shoes and your footsteps. I'll never have those experiences, the upbringing that you had. So you can teach me things, and likewise, I can teach you things. A lot of people keep saying I'm wise, but man, like I said, like this felony and all that stuff, because I'm an F up. So because I messed up so much, I had to learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of those people that tries to really take all the L's and turn them into lessons. I learned a lot because I made a lot of mistakes, man. I made a lot of poor choices, but I had to learn something from each of them because I didn't want to repeat any of them. So that's where I see this online space. I see it be a gathering place where we can exchange with each other, learn and grow. And that's what I want this space to be. I mean, we can have some fun along the way, definitely, because fun is the social lubricant. That's what keeps it all a little, greased up so we can cut out some of that friction. But we need to have an exchange of ideas and learn and grow from each other because we'll all become better from that. So that's what this online space is going to be. A little bit of fun, but a lot more informative. We're actually going to do I'm not going to bore y'all with it, but we're going to have to do some back end studying and come prepared for the conversations as opposed to just dropping opinions all the time. Sometimes the opinions are important, but we need to start validating some of those opinions with some fact, but also put behind the fact, because fact alone isn't anything. We have to have reasoning. What does this fact mean? So we're going to have to definitely put several components of these conversations together, the opinion spaces, the fact spaces, but we need to have some reasoning to put it all together to make it make sense, because our community definitely struggles, man, with putting all the pieces together. And I don't have it together myself. I'm not saying I'm the solution. When I'm saying that, I know that you guys are brilliant people. I've listened to you talk. You all have solutions in your area of expertise. And if we put it together, we could build something tangible in all of our different little spheres and circles of life. So definitely, I really want to do that in this space while we have the opportunity. It's free to get on YouTube and connect with each other. Why not take full advantage of this free opportunity to build as opposed to burning these bridges? I don't understand it, y'all. But some people, man, they feel compelled to keep going down that route. Excuse me. I feel you walking your truth. People get mad when we say that, but it's your truth. You went through it, not all of us. I can dig that for sure. And yes, too many opinions, emotional biases, yes, and unstable individuals. Yeah. Man, I'll admit, man, like I'm flawed too. So I'm emotional and I'm biased in my own way, but I try to check it so that I can understand. I don't think a lot of people come in these spaces to try to understand. So, man, that's what my intent going forward. When I was talking to Simpson, we were having a dialogue in a Messenger. Man, I really got the idea. I'm like, man, we need to get to a point of understanding. I've done a few shows now, and a lot of times people, and they want to spout their opinion. I get that we want to vent, but I want to have some shows where instead of me asking like a series of questions, they might be insightful questions. They might be interesting questions. Man, I want one question on the table, and we keep hammering it until we either have a solution or an understanding. Like there's one topic, and at the end of it, we have either an understanding or a solution. Because if it can't be solved, we could at least understand what's going on so that we're not perpetually having the same conversation. I'd had a conversation with the funk, and I thought about this idea, like calling it case closed. Like We take one idea and we just hammer at it until we actually get to a solution or an understanding. And we don't have that topic again. Like we see so many of these online content creators and they have the same topic week after week. I'm like, man, it gets repetitive. I know I've unfollowed people when they get too repetitive. I don't want to fall into the trap of being repetitive. I know I've said repetitive 3 times, so that's repetitive. And I said it 2 more times saying I won't say it again. So that's what I'm talking about. It's so easy to fall into being redundant. So I'll rephrase that. I am the equalizer. I got biases too, man. Trust me. Yeah, man, for sure, man. So I definitely want to do that. No, and sometimes there are solutions, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's too big for us. It may just be too big for us right now. So if we don't have the solution today, or if there is no solution, then we at least need to understand it. Like as opposed to leaving all these conversations unfinished because we ran out of time or somebody wanted to end the stream. I want to commit to starting a stream with one question and people sign up and we just tackle that until, I mean, if people got to tap out, they got to tap out. But I want to keep the stream going and people can pop in, pop out, have people submit ideas. I want to take one topic a week and just unpack it. And we come at it from all angles so that either we understand it or we have a solution for it. If we have a solution for it, great. That means there looks like 9 people watching. If we have 9 people that understand a viable solution to a problem, 9 people can tell 9 people, 9 people can tell more 9 people, you know what I'm saying? So eventually, I mean, that branches out and solutions are getting spread out so that we need to, like they call that the memeing or whatever, the memetics. We need to have ideas catch on instead of just catchphrases. So we get a solution, great, man. But if nothing else, we get an understanding. So that anytime we hear one of these, I don't want to call it that. But if we have a talking point that we know is problematic, if we have a different understanding that we come to, we can pass that along too so that people can, we can dispel misinformation. So either we have an understanding where we can fight against misinformation or we have a solution that we can pass forward. And all my solutions for the Black community, I think, need to be both easy and cheap. So none of the solutions will be like the government needs to come in and say, but it'll be something either we can do like free, close to free, and doesn't take a lot of time. Because if it's not that Black, forgive me for saying this, I don't think Black people will do it. If it costs like $1,000 a person and it's not fun, and I can't see masses of Black people doing it. So when we get into those topics where we're looking for a solution, and we're looking for a solution that has to be viable, it has to be plausible, it has to be doable for the masses of people. It can't be something where everybody's dropping like $10,000. So I definitely want to get to that. What's up, Intellectual Soapbox? Thank you for being here. Hold up. Let me go through some of these comments real quick. Equalize, got that one, got that. You speak my language, cool. Said solutions. Yep, a solutionist. Yeah, man. Gotta come with solutions, man. See there. There you go, man. Shout out to the Critically Drinking Stream. Knowledge and Relationships. We in the building. Intellectual Soapbox. We in the building. Definitely, sir. Mr. Best. Appreciate you, sir. Man. All right. So talked about that. Another thing I also want to do, man, is truth. To whom, and this again, I'm playing on the Critically Drinking name. To whom much alcohol is given, much water is required. So, to much power is given, much responsibility is required. You know that whole Uncle Ben thing from Spider-Man. Anyway, we have this platform where we can connect and we can exchange ideas. And I don't know why we're using it like children. I don't know why we're using it to hurt each other. I don't know why everybody feels so compelled to go at each other. I know with some stuff, I heard my name come up. I'm starting to walk away, man. I was trying to talk some other people into walking away, but it's their choice. They can do what they need to do. But, man, we need to quit weaponizing the internet. So, again, another thing I want to do, I told you about the one thing I want to do, but also a lot of times we spend time on these panels and we don't get to finish a topic. I also want to bring some of those topics here and unpack those too, because I know we had a conversation on AR's channel where he was talking about punishing the women when their children get. I know, True, if you remember this. Punishing the mothers, the single mothers, when their children get out of control. And I'm like, okay, I can definitely tackle an idea that I don't like. I can talk about it. I can think about it reasonably. And I want to do that, even with that idea. But I want to do that this coming Monday on the 28th because I want people to be prepared. So this is what I want you to do. Anybody that is listening now or is watching this on replay, give me a moment. If you can see that email, Monday, March 28th, I need to know anybody that wants to be on the panel. So, I'll have a panel. I'll send you the StreamYard via email, IG, text message, however you need it. And I'm not going to drop open panels. I'm going to have the panels set up before the day of the show. So anybody that wants to participate next week. So again, so just understand. So on this channel, for what I want to do going forward is not open panel. Everybody come up random, just cold off the street. I wasn't even listening to the show. I want people who knew during the week what they were going to talk about on that coming Monday. So starting today, anybody that sees this will know. Let me know that you want to participate on the panel, right? Let me know via email for the March 28th show. Put the subject, March 28th show. All right, wait. March 28th show. And I'll include you on the panel, all right? If you want to be a part of it. What we're going to discuss is AR's idea of punishing single mothers for wayward children. Now, again, that's very inflammatory. So I know some people are automatically turned off, but listen, we're going to take the idea seriously and do a SWOT analysis on it. So what we're going to do is see if there's actually anything substantive to that idea. Does it need to go further? Because again, my thought was if you're going to do that for mothers, you also need to do it for fathers. Truther would also agree with that. If that's even necessary, because what he had talked about also was something I see there are already laws in place for that. So if we're going to add laws in place for something that already exists, we're going to add more laws on top of laws that already exist because people are held culpable for their children in certain types of crimes. So if we're going to stack more laws on top, what would be the purpose and mechanism and the method? Because the same people would also say, we don't need to add more gun laws because there's gun laws already on the books. So if we're going to put laws on top of single mothers because their children have gone to the streets because they're out working and they can't take care of them, well, then my idea is we need to get the fathers too, that abandon them or aren't around. But I want to have that idea in full, and either we'll come away with an understanding. The stream won't end until either we've come to some conclusions or there's a solution to it. Now, we're not lawmakers, so it probably won't be a solution, but we'll either have come to a firm conclusion on whether it's even feasible or realistic, and we won't move on to another topic. It's just the one topic, and we'll clear it. And two things I wanted to say about that. You also don't have to be on the panel. You can also put an email in here. If you just want to submit your thoughts to me electronically, I'll read them or include them. You can do that, and you can tell me to keep your name anonymous, or you can say you want your name attached. So that way you can still be part of the conversation, even if you're not present or you can't be a part of the panel. All right. So I got that out there. Anyone that does request to participate, you have to have an open mind. If you're easily triggered or offended by different ideas, please do not ask to participate. I will not be catering to people's sensitivity. I'm just letting you know that now. We also, how I do, we won't be over talking each other. We won't be interrupting each other. People will have time to unpack their thoughts and we'll go in a structure in the order. If you've seen the show, you know how I operate on that part. We won't be doing any name calling. We won't be doing any of that. All ideas will be challenged because we're trying to get to an understanding of whether this is a valid critique or not. So any idea you have and willing to put forth, people are going to push back, and intentionally, we're going to take it apart to see if it stands up to scrutiny. And, and this is a big one. No bad faith arguments. I want to use the word disingenuous, but we know that's one of the Manosphere bingo words. So I'm not using disingenuous, but we're not going to use the bad faith arguments where some people use circular logic to derail a conversation. We're not doing that. If you don't want to have the conversation, just don't come up. You don't have to listen. You don't have to participate. If it bothers you that much, just stay in a safe space. But I want to have the conversation because it was brought up, and I think it's important. If people really feel that and are going to put that out on platforms, then we need to have either counterpoints at the ready, like the Bible says about things, study to show thyself approved. We need to have an answer ready. I think that's even in the Bible too, like to have an answer for your, but it's about salvation. But I'm saying the same, I like applying biblical principles to real life stuff. So you need to have counterpoints. If you've thought it out, nobody can shake you with like, man, we need to put some stuff on these baby mamas because their kids is running loose. Well, if you've thought it out with a panel of reasonable people and you've come to some firm conclusions, nobody will shake you on that ever going forward. It won't ever sound reasonable to you if we've unpacked it. Or maybe it will. Maybe we come to that conclusion that it's a reasonable thing for society to adopt. But again, one topic, and we're going to hit that head on. I'm going to hit some of the chats. I saw a few people came on. Let me see. Hold up. I ain't texting nobody. I put the email right up on the page. Read it. Send it. You already got my information. I ain't sending nobody no text. If you want to participate, you contact me. You can't call. Ain't got nothing on me. Anyway, I'm just playing. True says, send me the bat signal. No, you send me the bat signal. What is happening? Dawn Harden, thank you. One of the reasons also that I did this a little earlier than intended, because I know you might be more likely to pop in if I did this earlier in the day. So that's another thing I need to consider, guys. Let me know if like a 5 o'clock start time would work for you guys for any future streaming I do. Because I also want to get out of the way for JP, because I know JP was trying to do some 420 stuff, but she's in a different time zone, which I think is like in an hour, and I don't know. But I'm trying to get out of her way too. Don Frank says that's a great idea. Intellectual. So about all right. Hold up. My mind says stand. Yeah. Break over, I'll catch rest on replay. All right, Don. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Send me the bat signal. True, whatever. Sean. Boom, boom, boom. That emotional shit need to go. Everything I say is a fact. AR, if everything you said was a fact, I'm not going to say anything smart right there. Yep. Okay, talk to you. And yeah, you'll stay safe in the chat. Definitely. Hey, and as I said, also, if you want to, again, if you have an idea, because we're going to talk about this next Monday, Monday the 28th. Wait. Monday the 28th, you can send me an email. And if you just have thoughts on, if you wanted to do some homework, go to Womanisphere versus Manosphere. It was a show called Should Men Invest in a Car or Their Future Education or something like that. Forgive me. AR, put the name of that stream in the chat or a link to it. And when we talk about baby mama, single mamas, I think was the term he used. Single moms being punished for what their children do. Yeah, people are going to be triggered, especially when it comes to parents. When we get to that part of the conversation, just listen to the different ideas. And what you can do is also just send me an email. And only one in the chat is great. Oh, Enya, I didn't get you. Oh, wait. Oh, Enya. Wait, I'm sorry. I got you. You got it. No. Boom. All right, Enya, you're taken care of. Next time you chat, you'll be blue. All right, cool. True, got you. Love having the wrench. You're welcome, Dawn. And again, anybody that has the wrench, man, please, I'm not putting you to work. I just need to know you are you. Because there are a lot of fake accounts out here in these YouTube streets for whatever reason. And before they even come over here, man, see, there it is. Womanisphere versus Manosphere. These baby mamas are terrorists that need to be held accountable for these bastards' actions. That's what we're talking about in a nicer way. I'm going to use nicer terminology. So, but AR is an inflammatory guy. All right, so people, if you want to participate in the panel, next week on the 28th, Monday the 28th, hit me on email. Or if you just want to submit your ideas, hit me on email and I'll include them in the show with or without your name attached. That is your choice. See, I like my invitations written in a 4-page letter. Sealed with a kiss to it. Boom. Okay. So Womanisphere versus Manosphere, he did drop the link to his YouTube video in the chat. That is the homework, guys. If you want to hear what this conversation began, there you can go there and hear the differing opinions, because we did have several conservative opinions. We had probably some liberal opinions. I think me and Truth are neither liberal or conservative. We just don't see it as practical, putting punishment on one parent but not the abandoning parent. So, I mean, that was our thing. Yeah, so we're going to talk about something today. Nah, today we're just talking about the show, man, where we are and where I'm trying to go forward. So, I mean, so there won't be a topic today other than what the show is going to do and what you guys' opinions are. So that's what we're going to do next week. Let's see. So no more bringing problems forward without bringing any power to bear. Either we also bring the power to do better or the power to accept the things we cannot change, but we are going to leave empowered from these conversations, not just complaining, man. We can't keep doing that. What days will you go live? For now, I'm still going to keep it on Monday for this show. For this style show, I'm going to keep it on Mondays until further notice. I'll let you know if I change the day on that. So I'm just going to keep Mondays because it didn't bother too many people except JP because she wanted to do her 420s, but she said it was okay for now. So, but I still want to try to probably move it an hour earlier to 5 p.m. So I'm probably going to stick with 5 p.m. going forward, unless the bulk of you would prefer me to go back to 6. But I kind of like the 5 o'clock. It's the rush hour here on the East Coast. I know that way it'll be a little bit earlier for people that are in Europe because I do have a couple of European friends. Or viewers, friends, viewers, family, whatever word you want to use. Are both chats linked to your stream? Yes. So the Paper 96. I don't know you from Twitch, but yes, both chats are linked to the stream. So we are seeing you. So that is Twitch Gang, the Paper 96. Thank you for watching. And again, next week we are having a panel. I do StreamYard. I do not do Restream. AR tried Restream and it was trash. But so StreamYard, if you're familiar with StreamYard, have been up on a panel before, email me again. I've got my information up here. If you want to take part in the panel on Monday the 28th, it will be at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Is Twitch better than YouTube? Definitely, but I haven't figured it out yet. 5 p.m. Eastern time. All right. So anybody that wants to participate and can, even if you can only be a part of the conversation for 30 minutes and maybe you got to go to bed or you're in Europe or you're just getting off work, if you want to pop in and pop out, because again, it's going to be long form conversation. I'm not talking about 7-hour streams or 11-hour streams. Forget that. But I do want to hammer it until we get to some solutions. If we get to it sooner than later, then we'll just like have a free conversation. But I mean, if we can't come to a conclusion, either a solution or an understanding, at some point, man, we still got to just table it and come back to it. Because I'm not doing, Kaya, shout out to you. I don't know how you do those 30-hour streams like that, lady. Much respect. Yeah, I love this. We're going to sift through the weed. We will see who actually has an IQ and common sense, or just some babbling fools. We have a lot of this too. Yeah, and we're going to keep it on topic. So because we're only going to have one topic that we're talking about, it's not going to be a lot of straying. It's going to be obvious if somebody's talking about something different because we're talking about one topic. So, I mean, it's going to be easier to stick with the conversation because we're going to be hammering one thing, but we'll probably hit multiple aspects of that one thing. But I don't want to keep hopping around topics and we're not actually getting into anything relevant or in depth. But is Twitch better than YouTube? Man, AR, I'm trying to tell you. I went over to Twitch. It was probably the most fun I had online the other day. Summerman's Pies had a stream, and they had something called what do you call that? A hype train. A hype train. So you know how they have once you get monetized here, you have super chats and stickers and all that stuff. Well, they have something else they call bits instead of stickers, and instead of super chat, I don't know. They got different names for everything, and they have subscriptions to individual channels, kind of like the memberships on YouTube. If somebody buys a membership or buys some bits or does something, it starts like a little hype train. You can level up. It's almost like a video game. So the more hype train you unlock, the people that are watching, they start getting unlockables. Again, because it's very video game oriented on Twitch. So it's a lot more fun and like festive. So like if 5 people subscribed on here, like I'm pretending as if YouTube did the same thing. If like 5 people subscribe right now, all of a sudden I might go to level 2 hype train. And there might be more like little lights and stuff going around, and it was just kind of cool. It was just like, and so the people that once they see it, man, like Yellow was there too. He was like, "Yes, let's go, let's go." So he was dancing in the background. There were sparklers. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But YouTube, the platform itself, doesn't kind of generate fun the way Twitch does. The content creator has to do everything. So Twitch is definitely fun. Yeah, stay on topic. Prenup first. Yeah, we might have to hit that too because I don't know much about prenups, Mr. Rucker. But I mean, it might be a thing. If you're talking about prenups are not just for financial pieces, but also like the children and property and things like that. Because even people, like they say, what do you want a prenup for if you only make 45,000? But if you have children with somebody and a prenup addresses where the children will live with whom, I mean, that's still an important piece to work out beforehand. I mean, that should definitely be a conversation, especially, I mean, if you know each other's family. So, I mean, that may be a conversation. Because I mean, I only want to dive into relationship stuff again if we're having deep conversations and we're actually getting to a solution. So I would do the same thing because I don't talk about relationships too often. But if we did, we could talk about stuff like that and get to the bottom of it, not just a whole bunch of talking points. What is a prenup? How thorough can they be? How are they upheld? Like, what's the percentages of prenups upheld? Like, all that good stuff. Like, who does it protect? The man, the woman, both, the children? Like, all that kind of stuff matters, but we don't really talk about that anymore. When we talk about the relationships and the prenups and finances, we don't really talk about the real stuff. It's always the surface level. I want to get deeper than that. I was watching a stream the other day here, and it was really fun too. It was this truck simulator, but we had great conversation. I prefer small streamers nowadays, though. Definitely. Are you willing to talk about education too? Absolutely. Honestly, Enya, I'm one of those weird, I call myself weird. I'm one of those weird people. I can talk about anything. And I see I'm getting blurry. Hold on, let me see my camera. Okay, come on, camera. Come on. Unblur me. Anyway, yes, I am willing to talk about education too. Anything, honestly, we can talk about anything, but I'm tired of having the same superficial conversations. If we're going to talk about education, man, we need to talk about how the schools are funded. What type of education should you homeschool? Like, let's really unpack education. And maybe we need to parse that out in the individual homeschooling, public school, the voucher system. I mean, all of that stuff. So definitely, we can talk about any topic. We can go into religion, we can go into whatever, and anything that's a point of sensitivity, people, just skip that day. You'll know a full week in advance what the next show is about. So if it's a point of sensitivity, I try to treat everything with a level of respect and sensitivity, but people's individual sensitivities definitely I can't cater to. We can talk about reading. Yeah, we can even talk about reading books, what books to read, methods. I mean, styles of reading, methods of reading, audio book. I mean, we can talk about anything seriously because there are a lot of things that affect our community, including education is big in the Black community. Reading, because you know that AR brought up that joke the other day. How do you hide something from a Black person? You hide it in a book. How can we get people more engaged in reading? Do we need to add more music or something like that? Do we need to have more text on screens during these like TikTok dance? I mean, how can we get to the bottom of a learning? Because reading is typically an absorption of knowledge and ideas. How can we get these the knowledge and ideas into the hands of people? So definitely we want to talk about all that. Think there's a real lane for what you're. I hope so. I hope so. And I'm gonna need all of y'all. Again, you don't have to be on screen to participate. You don't have to be. You can just send me an email with your ideas and thoughts on the topic. I've already put the homework out there with Manosphere versus Manosphere. If you go up in the chat, he dropped a link to his show where we talked about punishing the mothers for what the children are doing. So again, you listen to that conversation. You can just put your thoughts in an email and I'll read them. You can tell me to leave your name out or to include your name, and you can still be included in the show without being present. Oh, hey. This is not a prediction. This is a spoiler. What's up, Simon? Hectic. Definitely. Appreciate you, sir, as well. So that's what I plan to do on Mondays. I don't know about any other days of the week. If I do something on other days of the week, it will probably be a different type of program. Because I know on Fridays, me and What the Funk, we're going to try to do something where we talked about media, television, and movies. I don't know if he'll come back to that. He was dealing with some things, so I'm not sure. But at least on the Mondays, I do want to. We got a case of the Mondays. You know, we got a case of the Mondays. So on Mondays, I want to unpack ideas. I mean, that's what I have a thirst for. Like, whole critical drinking is like a thirst for knowledge in my mind. So critical drinking, a thirst for knowledge and understanding. That's what I want to dive into on Mondays. Again, the rest of the week, yeah, here we go. Internet is horrible. Give me a second, folks. See, without Rico here to do some talking, man, my mouth gets dry, y'all. Woo! Y'all ain't telling me it was this hard. All right, let me just make sure I covered everything. Hold on. So yeah, so we're going to do SWOT analysis on ideas. The first one is next week, where we are going to tackle punishing single mothers for what their children do criminally. Criminally charging single mothers for what their children do. That was the idea proposed by AR. So I want to unpack that. OG Patrice, thank you for being here. Grab your coffee, water, tea. I can't do it with the lisp. I can't do it right, Mr. Rucker. I wish I could. Grab your coffee, water, tea. I tried it. Anyway, so that's what we are going. Not single mothers, baby mothers. Okay, AR. Hey, it was your topic, but we will probably even parse that when we get to the topic. Single mothers versus baby mothers, because you're making a delineation. We need to understand what that delineation means exactly. So again, hopefully you can be present. So you can reach out to me directly. You got my number. Truth, you got my number too. So if you want to participate, man, let me know. Anybody else that again wants to, if you want to be on the panel, if you're watching the replay or live, hit me on this email. Let me see, right here, and tell me you want to be on the panel to discuss the topic proposed on March the 28th. Okay, and you'll do that. Thank you so much. I don't know what accent that was. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I just wanted to say that. Woo, all this talking. Anyway, no. True. As you asked earlier, I did not have a topic, excuse me, for today specifically. I just want to make sure we hit that and understand that. But also, I mean, just, if we're going to be inflammatory, AR, they keep using this line against women. And I know they keep saying I have a cape. I know we keep saying I have a cape. But here's the idea, or the problem I'm having with this whole thing. Men, okay, they keep using this line that women want the power of men, the privilege of a woman, and a child's accountability. That's what men keep saying in this online space. I don't know about it in real life. I haven't heard anybody say that in real life. But online in the red pill manosphere space, man, they say that a lot. But what I think is that's projection. See, men want the power of men, which they already have. Men dominate the power seats, of finance, of law, everything. So they want the power of men. See, they want the privilege of women, because before it was the privilege of women where they could speak on pretty much anything and nobody would get hot about it. So now men want to be able to speak freely. They want to gossip. They want to point and blame and shame and all this stuff. It's sad for me. But they don't want any accountability. Oh, don't tell them they're wrong. Don't give them any pushback. Man, I think it's men that want the accountability of children. I think it's men that want the privilege of women. That's what I see in this manosphere red pill stuff. I don't like it, but that's my bias. I'm telling you up front, that's my bias. So that's why it comes across as caping for women when I see, and I'm going to name drop a few people, not as a shot, but to be clear. Brother Clarence was on Knowledge and Relationships last week, and I'm not even going to use the term he used versus AR. I'm not even going to use the term he used, but he said women that were pregnant or got pregnant a second time, to overcome the pain of childbirth to get pregnant a second time, was akin to a mental condition, a psychiatric condition. And I'm like, it's irresponsible to use terms like that for a woman who's fulfilling her biological imperative, saying she has some sort of psychosis. That's irresponsible and dangerous to use that kind of language. And him as an elder, I would like to think he could be checked and self-correct, but even he couldn't do it on the spot. I mean, they were doubling down. So that's why I want to unpack ideas, because we have a lot of dangerous ideas running around in people. We have a lot of talking points that are harmful if employed, because online, people are hearing this online, but they're going out into the real world. And these real world people have positions of sometimes power. We don't know if somebody out here is a judge and they're recycling manosphere red pill talking points, and they're going to family court and making decisions on people's families. We don't know what real world impact all this online rhetoric is having. So why don't we start having the deep, tough conversations and just dig into it until we can come to either an understanding or a solution? So, I mean, that's my thing. I'm not going to say that too many more times. I just know people come in and come out, so I wanted to repeat it a few times. Red. I don't know what that means. Womanosphere, manosphere. Red. Anyway, sorry guys. Running my mouth solo definitely does dry me out. Team Red Pill here. And it's a shame too, man. You might have been a nice guy, but you're Red Pill. You've got to go. Removed. No, I'm just joking. AR, he's a cool guy. We definitely have different philosophies. Totally different philosophies. But we've always been able to discuss them respectfully, and that's what I intend to do on this channel. He's conservative. I'm definitely more liberal. And it's only by default because there's so much racism and conservatism. But I do have a lot of conservative ideas or whatever. Team ad friendly. I got like 52 subscribers, man. I'm not really worried about being ad friendly right now. I mean, unless they, ban the channel, I really don't really like the buzzword. That's a pet peeve of mine. Everybody using the I get it though. A lot of you have like monetized channels, so you have to protect them. But I'm so tired of using buzzwords. Oh, I really like to be able to speak freely. So I hear there's some censorship on Twitch. When you AAR, you talked about is Twitch better. I heard they're even worse on what is it, Simp? I heard Simp is real bad over there. You can't use Simp. They were scared to use Simp. I was like, wow, that was shocking. So I'm not sure, but you can play your music over there, AR. So on Twitch, you can play your music because Yellow was playing Biggie. I mean, not for like 30 seconds. He played like the full song. So I mean, it's a little different. So again, at some point, I may switch over to Twitch. I would like to have some music. I mean, without paying extra for it. But in the meantime, on Mondays, I will be doing one show a week on a topic in advance. Next week's topic will be, should women, and I'm automatically know that we're going to include the fathers too, because I'm going to bring that up. Should women or men be punished for their wayward children? Yeah, on Twitch, you can play music. See, Clubhouse, though, man. Clubhouse, it may not be censored, man, but I can't get in the Clubhouse, man. I can't look at all avatars, man. I need some faces. At least one. Maybe it's mine, But that's where we are. So that's next week's show. Again, email me if you want to be on the panel for that topic. You have a week to get your thoughts together, to do any relevant research that you might want to do. You can look at the video of AR where he brought the topic up, which is in the chat. AR, if you don't mind, just drop that again, because that's probably way up in the chat and people aren't going to scroll up that far. I know I wouldn't. Not for you, buddy. Not for you. But anyway, I'm just joking. But it was an interesting discussion. We had, again, multiple perspectives, but I want to tackle it in full without any other distraction. Just one conversation. And we can have both sides. You can bring some conservatives, AR. You can get your conservative friends. Bring them. Now bring my liberal friends. And we can be friends. Probably not. That's a lie. But anyway, guys, I don't have much to talk about else than that. I am going to, again, so we're at this point. I've explained what I plan to do next week multiple times. If you've come in, gone out, you've heard it at least once, I hope. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and send me an email. Tell me if you want to participate, or just send me your thoughts and I'll read them out for you. And I can do that anonymously if you don't want your name attached. You can have some inflammatory comments. I think all women should go to jail. I'll read it. Again, we're gonna have the conversation. All right. So it's probably going to be a little hot and a little hostile because there are some people that are anti-woman. I mean, just flat out. And we're going to hear those ideas and we're going to discuss if they're plausible. And if we say, look, it doesn't make sense. This is my thing. It doesn't make sense to lock up the women, because then who's going to take care of the children? It's going to be a further burden on the tax base. And the children that come out of, foster care systems probably don't have much better. And I'll have time to look that up. Foster care outcomes for children probably don't outpace single mother outcomes by too much, if at all. So what is the benefit of locking up the women if you're pushing the kids to the same outcomes and divorcing them from their parent? So If that rationale, and it's proven out by statistics, if you still won't move off of it and you persist, at that point, I'll have to couch the idea as you're biased and you're that's what I said earlier. I said, what was that? A bad faith argument. If in light of new information, you're unwilling to budge from your position, you're no longer a part of the conversation because you're just regurgitating talking points. If that's what I'm talking about with this conversation, we're really going to unpack ideas. And if new information can't sway you, you can't pause, go and Google it yourself to verify the statistics and come back with like, you know what? If these stats are correct, if you can't make concessions, if these stats are to be believed, and I'll vet them later, then yes, I will move on from my position. If you can't do things like that in a conversation, you don't want to be a part of this panel. Because if you're going to just dig in your heels or double down on something that we can disprove, I'll just have to remove you because you're not going to help you're not going to help. You're not going to bring progress. You're not going to help us gain progress. You're not going to be helpful at all. And that's what this is all about: an understanding or a solution. And anybody that's going to dig in heels or double down, ego, pride, whatever, bias, it doesn't matter. You can't help us. So I won't have you on the panel. I'll just remove you. All right. I'm just letting you know. We want solutions or understanding. Yeah, emotional bias and coming in bad faith. And check me too. I mean, because I'm admitting I have biases, but if I let it move me past reason, where statistics show that people that come out of foster care graduate high school 3 times better than people that come out of single mothered homes. If I dig in my heels, then I'm wrong. And I'll remove myself from the conversation and let y'all finish the conversation. Like, call me out too. I want to be fair, but the conversations need to be had, and they need to be had in full instead of all these panel shows where we hop around from topic to topic. Yeah, more logic, less feelings. Yeah, because Mr. Rucker had people shook. As soon as he came up, had them shaking. Woo! Yeah, we had a conversation, bro. You aren't ignorant. You admit it when you're wrong. Yeah, man, because I'm wrong too. And I've got biases, man. And I'm definitely biased for Black women. I'm not going to lie for you, man, because I know they carry enough of a burden without men looking to put more of a burden on them when the men have abandoned them and their children. I can't imagine putting more burden on an overtaxed woman if it was a system. If we called it a system, like welfare, we would not want to we'd say, hey, there's already so much of a burden on welfare. We actually need to kick some of these people off. Well, the people are problems. We need to kick some problems off of the Black woman instead of heaping more on. But again, that's my opinion. Most of these broken homes are the same or worse than foster care. Hey, man, I got a week to dig up some stats. You got a week to dig up some stats. We're going to see what the outcomes look like. You trying to say women who make poor choices? See, AR, man, he just don't love these ladies, boy. They see these 304s need to be held accountable, and you can't say, I'm not trying to save them. But see, here's the thing. If men are going to come online, and we're supposed to be men, I'm so glad you said that. Red Pill Manosphere, they are big on telling women to submit to the male leadership. I'm the leader. I'm the head of the family. You are helpmeet. You're my helper, okay? You help me. But then when I abandon you, I let the help run the shop unattended because I'm the head, I'm the leader. I should be on scene. But I walk away. When the stuff goes wrong, when the chaos, the store is not tidy, the employees are all over the place, my assistant has to bear the full brunt of the blame or culpability. That doesn't even make business sense. Business sense, the outcomes or the culpability goes to the head. What do they say? The fish rots from the head. The leadership is always responsible for the outcomes. Not the assistant manager, the manager, not the vice president. You talk about Biden. You don't talk about Harris because all the culpability of anything that goes wrong should start at the head. The head is the man. And all the Red Pill Manosphere people say the man is the head and the leader. If the leader left, you cannot put all the blame on the woman. Baby mamas cannot submit. They submitted to a man to make a child. That's what I'm saying. The logic. We are going to dive into the logic and the contradictions of people from the red pill and the manosphere. And if I'm wrong, y'all got to point that out. But the logic doesn't flow. If the man is at the top, the woman's here. Man, God, man, woman, child. That's their talking point, okay? The woman is third in position. But when it comes to responsibility to hold somebody legally responsible, the woman jumps the man and God to be held legally responsible for the outcomes. Man, that don't make any sense to me. So that's why I want to have this conversation, because that stuff, a man and heavy his head to wear the crown. So that's what I'm talking about, y'all. They pick wrong men. So again, they pick wrong. The women pick the wrong men. The Bible says the man that finds a wife, the man that picks a wife finds a good thing. Again, because the leadership role, again, to the manosphere red pill, is the man. She doesn't do the picking. She's chosen. So again, manosphere red pill people always take the responsibility off the man, but still want to be the leader in the home. And that's an incongruence that I cannot deal with. So I want to have that conversation, y'all. And y'all going to do it with me on March 28th. Bro, these baby mamas don't believe in God. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. But most people that believe in God do some foul things. So, I mean, we're not going to judge their belief. I can't judge their belief. I'm not qualified for that. I'm just talking about the biblical principles that are used in manosphere red pill talking points are found at the root of a lot of what you're saying. So definitely, y'all. I want to have that conversation, man. I dropped the link already. Does anybody want to come up? We can have a free conversation about something else. Talk about the show, what I plan on doing going forward. Again, man, so open panel next week. Well, again, not open panel. Like, you'll email me, and I'll include you in the panel. I'll send you the StreamYard link via email, IG, text, whatever you prefer. And if you just want me to include your thoughts, man, you can definitely do that. Right now, we got Truth. Give me a second, man. I got to get these settings up. Hold up. Take that down. Boom. All right, Truth, you there, bro?
Yeah, it was good, bro. Looking good up there by yourself on the dolo.
Appreciate you, man. I'm going to put these headphones on so I don't get no echo.
I like how you got the background demo set up and everything. Looking comfortable.
Yeah, man. I was doing that little spoof on Seinfeld, man. You probably didn't watch that show, but a show about nothing. So that's that Seinfeld apartment.
No, I watched Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Seinfeld is dope.
Yeah, so that's what that's about, man. But what's going on? Oh, Mimsy Limbs. Hey, Mimsy. Hey, that was so funny last night, boy. Woo!
No, I just came up here to parlay with you.
Yeah, okay, man. Well, what you think about the
typing and stuff, man? Typing, man.
What you think about the idea for next week, man?
Man, I think it's beautiful. You already know we've had conversations in the background about, man, for us that's been on here, like I've been on here for 2 years now, and it's just been a whole bunch of talking, no solutions. And that's what I would greatly appreciate you doing like this. Let's talk about one subject. Let's come together in solidarity. That means we are all in agreement. For those who don't know what that means, what that word means, and then we can actually formulate what is called application and bring it to home and create change. I think it's a great idea. Expect it from the genius, you know.
Man, cut it out, man. See, y'all keep doing that, man. Y'all about to get beat up, man. Yeah, Mimsy. Yeah, you came prepared for the smoke session, just not the right smoke session. That was so funny. She was up there like, I got my bowl. That was so funny. But yeah, I really want to do this, man, because I'm a person that really likes ideas. I like ideas, man, and we're throwing around so many loose words. And we're so irresponsible with it, man. Oh, last night it was on Chef Shapino. Yeah, they had a smoke show, community rant session, and Mimsy came up to support, and she thought it was a smoke show, but it wasn't that smoke show. It was a whole nother smoke. Yeah, Chef Shapino's live. Yeah, that was fun. Neat. She was just sitting up there like, oh. But yeah, man, I really think the conversations, we need to shift them to something more productive. And I guess I can do that now because I'm small. So I'm not chasing monetization. So if you're chasing monetization, you almost have to feed the algorithm what it wants. And I'm not beholden to the algorithm. I got 52 people. I'm not really worried about what the algorithm wants. I'm not really worried about what any advertisers want because I don't have any. You know what I'm saying? So I'm small, so I can just talk about whatever. So I want to have these, unpack these ideas, man, because they're going around. People are having them. They're regurgitating these talking points. And if more people have had the thoughts, God, no, I've had these conversations with people and they're like, I never thought about that. Whatever it is we're talking about, they'll say, I never thought about it, or I never thought about it like that. Why aren't we thinking more and spending more time understanding our own thoughts and beliefs? And if we examine them here, that means all these people, there's only 9 watching now, but that 9 can influence 9 more, and 9 more can influence 9 more. I mean, we need to spread positive, useful things, then keep spreading some of this negativity. So I like the fact that you're a believer, Jesus Christ. So you spread that. Real talk with Mimsy Limbs, believer in Jesus Christ. You spread that. Like, so there's people that spread positivity, but I also think we need like thought, like just pure, like even if it's like, because there's certain things that you like as truth as a believer in Jesus Christ. There's certain things you probably shouldn't even allow to cross your lips. You know what I'm saying? Like some certain topic you shouldn't even broach because like you don't even want to profane the name of God. You know what I'm saying? Like I do believe that there's some stuff in Christianity where you just don't even bring that up. You don't even entertain those thoughts. But I don't really care what the idea is. I think sometimes we need to just get to the root of these ideas that are pervading our community so that we can either stop it and prove it to be false, or say, hey, maybe there's some merit to it and we need to examine it. I know Mr. Rupp said, prove it. I signed a prenup.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. Conversations are conversation. Words are words. All these things was created by God. Words was created by God. Thoughts turn into words. Words turn into manifested physical actions. You feel what I'm saying? So open conversations don't bother me. I've been on panels with, when we're talking about certain things. I'm not that, you should know by now, I'm not that television Christian. You feel what I'm saying? I obey God, but I don't do what's called religion. Try to look a certain way, play a certain part, follow a certain systematic format, things like that. No, it's all relationship, baby. Conversations need to be had, man. This is how, you get things straight away. You solve problems. We got to identify the problem, and then we got to be realistic. A lot of people are getting on here, and this is what's bothering me. A lot of people getting on here, and people are saying stuff like how you said, keep regurgitating words and stuff that's coming out of their mouth. Like, you looking at some of these people and be like, yo, you don't even talk like that, bro. Like, I can tell you don't talk like that. Like, they hear what Kevin Samuels saying, they hear what some of these certain manosphere people saying, and they repeating these things. Some of this stuff, they sound like, try to make it sound like they've been out here getting girls or something like that. And half of these guys don't even know what a girl's bottom even look like. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it trips me out, man. Like, people just need to be themselves. Like, I don't know how to be nothing but myself. That's why people, when they conversate with me, they can see that I'm consistent. I haven't changed since the day people have talked to me. And that's because all I know how to do is be myself. Everybody needs to be themselves. And like how you said, come with thought, come with actual actions, come with facts. What can you back up to prove your point? Have you ever engaged in this type of situation or even behavior in your actual life? You see what I'm saying? Like, what are you experiencing this? Do you have children? Or are you on the outside just talking? Have you ever been married before? Have you ever been in a situation of being a single father or involved with a single mother and things like that? It's a lot of people on the outside just talking, and they never had these type of experiences. They just want to be involved because they have never been basically heard by nobody. Nobody has never paid attention to them. They're not important. They haven't done anything in their natural lives that has contributed to the environment or people. They haven't made changes. They haven't helped children grow up and go to colleges or something like that. They haven't, raised people to, play in different pro-am sports and stuff like that. You know, none of this type of stuff. They haven't really done nothing. They just here to show face, I guess, get monetized and just have their voice heard because people don't listen to them. That stuff is not helping our community, bro. You see what I'm saying? I know you don't think of yourself in in that manner, but I think you're highly intelligent, and that's the problem. We overlook those who have a high IQ based off of how they're perceived, how they look, wherever they stand in the background, like how you was doing for the majority of it. Like you ain't really come forth, so people think that you didn't have much to say. You already know. I picked up on it immediately. I already knew what time it was when it came with you. I already knew you had a lot to say, and you had that wisdom. That's because I have discernment. I know how to recognize people that have gifts and things like that. And I already knew that you have wisdom. You've been through a lot. You know, some of the things that we have shared with each other that we can be relatable with things in our lives. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, this idea is going to be great. I think it's actually going to solve a lot of problems, and I think it's actually going to eliminate a lot of arguments because really, this is not really an argumentative format really or situation. It's really let's get to the root of the problem and get it out of the way. So it's really not a debate. And pretty much if you hold down the fort and keeping everybody holding them to that cord and everything like that, I think this is going to be beautiful, bro.
Man, appreciate the kind words, sir. I mean, but definitely, I really intend for people to be able to have a time and opportunity to speak their piece. I do understand some people are like gamers. They just show up and they're ready to talk. But if you're not one of those people, man, I want to give you time to get your flow on. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got those timers. You might need 5 minutes. And some people warm up. And towards the end of that timer, they revved up and start cooking. So definitely, I definitely intend for people to be able to speak their piece as much and as fluidly as possible, and bring your information. I mean, bring statistics, bring that stuff, and it'll be on the stream. Some stuff we may go and verify immediately. We'll go and look it up. Like if it's at a well-known place, Bureau of Labor Statistics or FBI.gov, y'all like to throw stats out there like that. Cool. We might check some of those immediately. Definitions, check them immediately. But some stuff, if you know what you're talking about, we also have to put some of the burden on the listener too, because we always try to catch people like, where did you get that? Okay, they told you the information. You can go and verify it. But some stuff we need to just accept for the conversation's sake. We want to get to some understanding on things where we can't get a solution. Because everything like this thing right here, we're not lawmakers. So next week's conversation is not really going to be about a solution, because none of us that are going to be talking can put a law on a single mother or a single father. So this will be coming to an understanding. Is this even something that is practical? Is it useful? Is it even a responsible talking point? So we're going to just unpack that to get to an understanding. So, I mean, I really want to do that for each topic, but there are some things I know we can get to the bottom of. Like me and AR, we were talking about the dating situation. We could sit here, if enough of us are together, a lot of us have dated or been in a relationship or been married. Man, a lot of us have been in these situations. So we can actually put our brains together and come up with a format for what dating should look like and like the steps. Like I was thinking like, what is it? AR said he has a 3-day rule. But I was like, if each date that you went on had a specific function, because he thought one of them should be information. Like, and I think this is important. A lot of us don't do it. Like sexual health, mental health, financial health, like the background check stuff. Like there probably should be a date where y'all exchange information, because a lot of people are having sex and making children and haven't even checked each other, like sickle cell. You know what I'm saying? Like two people carry the trait. Like, so, I mean, so we don't do any background checking. So, I mean, if we actually had like a simple 5-step dating process to get through the major pieces of getting to know somebody, I know we could suss that out. I mean, 5 to 10 people who are intentional about trying to get that solution, trying to get that step by step, man, we could take a day and iron that out. And it would be something sensible and doable by anybody that's dating. You see what I'm saying? So I really know that some conversations we could actually have solutions to, instead of keep talking about where you should go on your first date, who shouldn't pay, who should pay. We could actually come to some real solutions that somebody could implement right now today on some of these topics that we just gloss over. But I want to welcome to the stage the intellectual soapbox, aka Mr. Best in the World 84. What's up with you, brother?
What's up, y'all? What's going on? Truth, what up,
Nothing
baby?
much.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I found what's going on, what's going down.
Man, just chilling, just chilling. How you feeling today, bro? Everything good?
Yeah, man, I'm relaxed, man. You know what I mean? It's springtime, you know what I mean? Trying to get the leather out, trying to get the jean
Uh-oh.
jacket out. You know what I
Uh-oh.
mean? I already got those already, by the way. Um, anyway, you know what I mean? I'm loving the Seinfeld background. That's one of my favorite shows. Plus, it's in New York, and I'm from New York, so yeah.
Definitely appreciate that, man. What'd you think
Mhm.
about how long you I don't know how long you were in the chat before you popped up. How much did you hear?
I've been watching a little bit of you both on and off, but you know, for me, I'm always
Here and there.
multitasking. I'm
Yeah.
always multitasking. But with that being said, I heard the thing that you were saying about having conversations about with the whole parents and all that, and just trying to find solutions, to help people with relationships and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, whatever, bro. Um, whatever, man, whatever. By the time I was able to wake up and get on that joint after I had to do a bunch of stuff at home, I went off like as soon as that. And then plus, hold on, y'all supposed to invite me to your little Instagram group, but that's a whole nother conversation. See, every time you shoot, I can shoot back, baby. Now, with that being
Get
said,
them.
right? I mean, I think the parents do have to assume some responsibility, of course, case by case, by person. I think as far as giving relationship advice that can help people, that's also a case by case thing because sometimes, and being in the social media space, what I've just learned how to do is just give you my perspective. And it may work for you, it may not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of based on what you want to do for your life. Like at the end of the day, if you feel like best in the world, gives you the best advice, and you want to roll with my perspective, then roll with my perspective. If it's helped you, if it hasn't, then cool. I'm not gonna sit up here, you know, on a soapbox. No pun intended. I'm not gonna sit here on a soapbox and say, I mean, like I know everything about this or I know everything about that. Like, nah, this is my perspective. You either like it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna take offense of it or take anything from it either way. You know what I mean? If it helps you, it helps you. If it don't, it don't. And I just leave it at that. I just really want to. I really mostly just want to entertain people and kind of just give you something to think about and really give you a sense of happiness when you walk away. You know what I mean? If I can give you a sense of happiness and a sense of yo, I love this show, man. Yeah, I ain't agree with Mr. Best in the World what he said. You know what I mean? I think he on some shit. But you know what I mean? Yo, I still like this show. That's what I want to leave people with. But yeah.
Nah, I definitely understand what you're saying. And I agree to a point. But I think, like, generally speaking, if enough people from enough different places talk about a certain topic, we'll get a diversity of thought, which will not only clarify most of our own thoughts, because we'll figure out some things of our own that beliefs and values that are just regional or cultural, so we'll actually refine our own thoughts in the process. But through the group coming together, almost like that Tower of Babel principle, if enough people are coming together and putting their brains together, like we can come up with some general best practices. I'm not saying it's right for everybody, but we can come up with some just sensible step by steps that apply to most people. Not saying everybody needs to buy into it, but if there's enough wisdom applied to one thing, we can figure out like the best way to screw in a light bulb. You know what I'm saying? Like some practical step by step stuff for certain.
But that's
Exactly.
more
Yeah.
but that's more
Exactly.
that's more but gentlemen, that's more theoretical, right? To screw in a light bulb, you just gotta take the light bulb, screw it in, right? That's more of a generalized thing. But in relationships, one, people have emotions, right? So your emotions are gonna change, you know what I'm saying? And then people now have their mindset now is, yo, I can do whatever I want. Now, is that always the right thing? No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Do I believe people should practice more what I would say morality or practicality or more guidelines or more standards? Of course. I believe everybody should do that. I believe I should do that more. Everybody should be more balanced, right? But with that, and we always got stuff to work on. But with that being said, you know what I mean? When people have a free will, in America and especially in Western culture, when free will is the thing and people feel like they have free will, you know what I mean? Some people they're like, well, I don't want to do that because I can just do whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it gets tricky. You know what I mean? And plus, what if somebody doesn't have the same belief system as you? What if they don't have the same religion as you? What if they don't have the same culture as you? You know what I mean? You will find some things that will clash. You know what I mean? With certain people, just because of just just because of the way that they live their life. You know what I mean? And like I said, not all the practices are right, and none of them are wrong. It's just we have so many differences in hell, not even just in YouTube, but just in America, period. You know what I mean? So that's why it'll be it's so tricky to do that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah.
The difference is it's the difference between reality and commonality. And what you're speaking about reality, you're speaking about what is and how people move and the fact that we're falling. That's all. That's never going to change. But everybody's not coming along. Nobody. I don't think nobody thinks 100% of the people are going to actually make responsible decisions. Actually move off of common sense and intellect instead of their emotions. I daggone sure don't think that. I know that this majority of the world is falling instead of the majority of the people search to be decent people. A lot of people don't even hold to their own morals and values that they come on here and tell people to do. They don't even do it in their daily lives. And that's something that I speak about. That behavior does not reflect what they're speaking about. So nobody's expecting 100% for people to come. That doesn't mean you shouldn't strive for people to create change. Doesn't mean you should strive. It's just like my child or somebody else. My child will go to school with bad children and will take on, sometimes habits and traits and might come home and learn a new curse word or something or ask, say, Daddy, what is this that I learned? That doesn't mean I'm going to stop teaching them what's right because they're out in the world of, bull crap. So case in point here, you're going to spread whatever, knowledge that you have. And for those, like how you said earlier, if truth can help you along in life, then you use it. If not, throw it in the trash. See what you come up with. See if at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, was what you used earlier working or was it not? Can Arshawn help you? Can 84 help you? That's all it comes down to. If it can't, throw it in the trash. I don't think nobody's on here saying we have all the answers. I know what's working for me. I know what helped me change and become a better man. I know what's helping me become a better father and help me make better decisions than when I was 10 years ago. That's all I can use. And that's all I talk about. I don't get on here talking about, money, cars, clothes, all that superficial stuff. I get on here talking about character, integrity, becoming a better person. Because that's the most important thing. Because when that happens, everything on your outside world that you see changes. So that's for me. It's a difference between commonality and reality. The reality is it's a lot of fallen people in this world. And that's never going to change. But other than that, that doesn't mean we're supposed to stop helping people and find a commonality and a common ground with some people that say, hey, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. Hey, can we talk about this further? Because a lot of that has happened on here. A lot of people have came and talked to me. I'm talking to people behind closed doors and everything like that and asked me, hey, what did you do, when you was this age? And how did you move this way and everything like that? Or what choices did you make doing this? And they have came back to me and said, oh, yeah, you know what? That actually worked. Thank you. So it's real stuff, real change actually happening. It's just about what are you here for? Are you here for just entertainment? Cool. There's a lot of people here for entertainment. Kevin Samuels told everybody, I'm not here for y'all. I'm a capitalist. I'm here to make money. I'm here to suck this thing dry. He already said it. A lot of people said it. I'm here to get monetized. I take them for face value for what they said. Okay. I've told people what I'm here. I'm here for people. I'm here to serve. That's me.
All right, Mr. Best. What you got going on tonight? Today's Monday, man. What y'all got going on tonight? Or is it a surprise again?
No, you already know we got a 7:00 show. You know what I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what it's about.
And it's always going to be great because y'all got the best show. Y'all got the best show. No lie.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Man. Thank you, Truth. Thank you. I mean, I'll say this. I think I'm more I'm I'm not. I won't say I'm the same mind as Mr. KS, but I'm on the entertainment side of things. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to entertain, man. You know what I mean? That's why I got my sound effects. I'm about to start doing different things. Creatively. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes. Even doing things with my moniker and my name and stuff like that. Like I'm about to get real super creative with it, because I want it to be I just wanted to be a place where I could just create to a maximum. You know what I'm saying? And also, just having conversations where because I just like to think, man. Like that's why I call my thing intellectual soul because I just like to think, like to come up with ways of thinking, different forms of thinking. That's why I love when I like me and my brother when we talk, man. I love our conversations because he has so much different thoughts than mine, and it makes me search inwardly. You know what I'm saying? It makes me say, all right, man, let me sharpen my sword on certain things, or damn, all right, well, maybe help him sharpen his sword on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like it's a good conversation where we just kind of could just parlay with different thoughts, man. But at the end of the day, when we leave the conversation, it's left with love and respect. And he still does what he does. I do what I do. You know what I mean? And we always meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So if I can create that type of atmosphere, in all my platforms that I have, you know what I mean, then that's all I look forward to, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. So I don't want to be a politician. I don't want to be a socialist. Like leave that to them. You know what I mean? I'm not marching. I ain't doing none of that. You know what I mean? I will say if I believe something is wrong, but remember this is just what I believe. You know what I mean? I'm not pushing this on anybody else. But yeah, go ahead, Arshawn.
Oh no, I was just laughing when you said he's like, I'm not a socialist. But yeah, definitely, man. I really think that's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how far you're gonna stretch your creativity, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man, because you're one of the most like as far as the YouTube space, man, you got a very vibrant personality, man. So I'm really looking forward to see where you go with it. All stand up guys and stars in the making. Definitely appreciate you, Simon.
Thank you. Appreciate Simon too.
Can't wait to see what you doing, bro. What was the show the other day? Because you did another show with Vic, the best of both worlds. What was that about?
Oh, that's a sports show that we kind of dibbling and dabbling with. But I also
Y'all
have some
stole our idea.
Actually, shout out to the Peace Network, man. They actually were the first ones to actually develop a sports show. Shout out to Real and all them dudes over there, and Kay and everybody else. You know what I mean? Like they were the first one to kind of develop a sports show.
Is that you, Truth?
Yeah, they are. They are the first one.
No, which Truth is Truth?
I don't know which one. I think his phone went down.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
The G. I was outside. I was grabbing some chicken and broccoli.
Hey, bro. I was sitting on remove just in case somebody was about to put some butt cheeks up. I was like, man, let me hit remove real quick.
Yeah, Truth began it in with the food, but yeah, Lapeef was the first one to start a sports show. From what I know, shout out to JR and all them cats over there. They was the first ones I seen start up a sports team, and we was kind of in the mix of kind of developing one, but they dropped theirs first. So, and I'm still, doing a sports thing on KNR. We're gonna do something sports related too. You know what I mean? But the me and Vic thing, that's something that's one of the conversations we're dibbling and dabbling with. But we also probably gonna go, other avenues too. We kind of are shifting and working on different things as well. But yeah, so yeah, check it out. It was dope. It was a good time.
All right, cool. What about you, Truth, man? What you been getting to on your platform, man? What you been dropping? Okay. That sounds really interesting.
My fault. No, I'm really about to start getting to it. Like I only got a couple videos on there. I just been mostly just make sure I get my voice out there. You feel what I'm saying? Just going through, having a conversation with people, seeing what people's mindsets are, seeing what's the temperature with most people, seeing who I can actually build with and who I would just basically call fools. Plain and simple. And it's not something I know for a fact, like, we're not the same type of man. We grew up different, and there's nothing we could build upon. Like, you know, for you guys, we've all, me and you three, I mean, you two, we had disagreements, but we have never, you know, disrespected each other. And when it has came to a heated argument, you already know. If I was wrong, you already know. I hit you up and say, yo, bro, I was wrong, you know, and then we keep moving forward. But other than that, like, the next three things I got coming up, of course, I still got to do, you already know, the AMG series. I got this, what else? This marriage series coming up. I already interviewed your brother 84, and him and your sister. They got a beautiful relationship, bro. Beautiful relationship, and I love it.
Man,
And
definitely.
I'm thankful for them for allowing me to interview them, and they're going to be a part of the marriage series. And then after that, I'm trying to find, you know, basically a young lady on the same mindset as I am. I saw certain people try to do this, but I'm actually going to try to do like a hookup show. But it's not going to be, it's going to be jokes and everything. It's going to be funny, but it's going to be a little bit more serious. Like, this is actually going to be a situation where we're going to try to put people together. We're going to do, you know, like how we've all talked about, guys need to vet the other guy. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to vet the other gentleman. And the young lady that's going to be with me, she's going to vet the woman when they come together. And then we're going to bring them together. They're going to come on and actually have a date on the screen. So those are three things to look forward to coming up. And the last thing is, I've talked to Rio about this, and I'm going to give an interview for Knowledge and Relationships on my birthday. So those who want to check that out, make sure y'all tune in on May 3rd at 12 a.m.
Okay, player.
Those who've been anxious to see my daggone face so much, I don't know what that is about. I'm not too much into that funny style, but you will get to see my beautiful face. It's just as beautiful in that picture. You heard me. So check that out.
So it's going to be on Knowledge and Relationships?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Man, Rio, I tapped in with him on IG and everything like that. We had talked about it a long time ago. I just couldn't think of an actual date, but I was like, you know, why not on my birthday? That'd be good.
Hey, let's get it, man.
Yeah, that'd be hot, man. Congrats, man. Well, glad all you gentlemen have great things coming up. Simon had to put the email. Yeah. So yes. If you want to participate in the platform next week, the panel, if you want to participate in the panel or just want to have your thoughts represented, send me an email. So again, I will send you the StreamYard link via your contacts, email, IG, text, however you want me to send it to you. But again, if you just want your thoughts represented, you can send them to me and I can read those on the show. So thanks again, Simon Heckley, for putting that back out. And thank you, gentlemen, for putting your projects out there. Definitely much success to both of you. Definitely support.
Thank you for allowing me to promote it. Thank you,
absolutely, brother. Man. Yeah, because y'all got good things going, man. Y'all do put a lot of good out into the world. So I mean, we need more good going out than some of the other stuff, man. So I'm always going to help any way I can. It's a small channel. We still growing, but hey, man, I want to see the good going out, man. So definitely support everything y'all doing, man. So it's all love, like Mr. He said on Women in Spirit channel, man. We gotta be able to love other men. So I love what y'all doing. I love y'all human beings. So I wanna help y'all be the best y'all can, and hopefully y'all hold me to the same standard, man. Y'all push me to be better. So I mean, any way I can do, you know, the little things to help y'all too, man, I'm here for it.
Definitely, most definitely, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but it looks like, man, I have tapped out on that topic again. I just want to get everybody understand next week. That's what we're talking about, is that topic from AER, Womanisphere versus Manosphere. I did not copy the link. I was irresponsible. Forgive me. So it was about give me a second. Mr. Best, since your mic is over, just free flow for a quick second while I pull up that link. I'm dropping in the chat.
Oh, okay.
How you feeling, Day 84?
Man, I'm all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Just This week is gonna be crazy, man. Oh my gosh, I got so much stuff that we just got on our on our channel, man. Like, man, I'm really looking forward to when we get this break in July because the brother is tired. I want to kick up on some sand. You know what I mean? Stretch my feet out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, man. It's it's that time. It's that time of the year, baby. The spring, summertime.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Trying to get your bathing suits out. Let's go, people. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I mean? It's time to get the parties going, get the cookouts going. Let's go, man. I'm ready, man.
You already know I'm down with the cookout, shorty. Let's go. Eating good already.
Man. So wait, hold on. So true. Do you okay? You know how to cook, right, bro?
Yeah, I can do it. I'm all right. I ain't like chef, but I can cook. that boy got a gift, man.
Yeah, that's different. That's a little different.
Yeah, that's on another level. But yeah, I can cook.
Yeah, man. Because I hear you be, and I know the food out there is good, especially y'all seafood, man, out there, man.
And that's the craziest thing. I'm probably one of the rare people in Baltimore that I can't eat our fetish, which is crabs. I'm allergic to shellfish.
Oh,
ain't that crazy?
That is crazy, man. Because y'all got a bomb like I always see it advertised. Y'all got like a bomb like area like near the water, like kind of near where like the Orioles play.
Yeah,
like and it's like a really nice one. I've seen it advertised a lot. In fact, there was a documentary that Netflix did about Baltimore. I don't know if you ever seen that. Have you ever seen that one? Yes, yeah. They talk about Baltimore. They talk about the culture. They talk about the music, all that. Because I know y'all. I forget what music y'all into. Is it what music is the DMV into? Go-go. They talk about go-go. You know what I mean?
Well, that's more DC than us.
Okay. Do y'all rock with that though or not?
Not too much.
Not
too much.
Okay.
We do more. It's more club mixes.
Okay.
Not so much of the go-go. Like where people would do remixes to certain songs. They add like beats and stuff to it. So it's more like club mixes and stuff like that. And of course we love hip hop, regular hip hop. Listen to everything that everybody else listens to. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but
man,
the seafood is where it's at for people that come to Baltimore. They go to the harbor right by the bay and everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because you got that. It's just one big one. People be going to they showed it, and I've seen it. Because I used to live on the east. I used to live on the East Coast. You know what I mean? I'm from Brooklyn, so you know what I mean. When my family used to drive down North Carolina, of course, we have to pass by Delaware. Yeah. The I-95, you know what I mean? So shout out to the I-95. Only certain people know about the I-95, baby. You know what I mean? So word. So we go through everywhere. We go through Philly, everywhere, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a what I loved about living on the East Coast. Like I felt like every place you went to had their own type of thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like everybody had their own type of groove, their own type of way they dress, everything. You know what I mean? Everything was like different.
Matter of fact, I ain't never think about that. And I see, we about to get off here, Sean. I see you ready to go. Yeah, because like Philly got the steaks, we got the crabs. And don't take that like that. We ain't got crabs like that. We specialize in seafood.
Not like that. Seafood, word. Yeah, they seafood is different.
New York and Chi-Town, I think it's a toss-up with the pizza. Yeah, so yeah, as you travel down the East Coast, everywhere got you're right about that. Got specialties.
Yeah, they all got specialties, man. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is when you go to Jersey, don't drink the Jersey water though, all right? I'm letting everybody know.
Everybody keeps
Jersey. Nah, the water's bad. You never knew that? Truth, the water bad.
Look,
the water's bad.
So, is that a real thing though?
No, it's a real thing. This is not a lie. It's not a lie. Okay, the reason why the water is bad because all the sewage from New York and the other places in the East, they have a pipeline that goes through Jersey.
Oh wow. Okay. I get what you're saying.
So that's why the water is it's been historically bad. And they have never kind of been able to really fix it. So that's why you know, that's why Jersey. I always call Jersey kind of they're the bastards of the East Coast. Always call them that because they have bad water, so they're a little off.
So
You know
that
what I mean?
pipeline is like historic. Like they have never
Yeah, it's
fixed
historic.
it.
It's
Yeah,
historic.
okay.
It's historic. They may have done some like, you know, some alterations to it.
Yeah,
But
patchwork.
yeah,
Nothing that really helped.
But you've met people from Jersey. They're a little different.
Yeah.
They're a little different. They're a little touched.
Oh, you saying that's because of the water?
I think so. You know what I mean? With a Philly dude, you can talk to him. Baltimore, though, you can talk to him. But them Jersey dudes, man, it's just something with them, man. Like, you got to watch them niggas all the time. Like, oh my gosh, like they on a different time, man. They be on some other stuff, man. They like to steal people's cars all the time. They on some whole different type stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
Jersey dudes are different. Yeah, they Jersey dudes a little different.
They got them B&E specialists up there.
Yeah, I'm trying to. If you ever go to the East Coast, man, like Jersey, just, you know, I'm not saying you ain't gotta watch yourself in Baltimore, but in Baltimore, if you know somebody and you kind of mind your business, they really won't mess with you like that. You know what I mean? But in Jersey, man, Jersey's a little different, man. They're a little off, man. I don't know what it is with the cats. They're a little off.
Nah, one time I was in Jersey though, I was in the rural area. It wasn't like in the city, like, you know, it wasn't like Camden or nothing. It was like, I don't know. I don't even remember the name of the little area, man. It wasn't nothing out there, but it was like a Red Lobster, and it wasn't much of nothing, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's probably why they acting up, because they ain't got nothing to see.
Nothing to see. Diner, a Red Lobster, Walmart. It was, but it was in the middle. I don't even remember the city name, but I ain't spent a lot of time out there.
Please don't. I'll tell anybody, don't. If you're in Jersey, get out of there quick.
Now Brooklyn was hot.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
You like that? Hey, yo, you know the crazy thing is, because I'm gonna definitely go up there, but I've never been to New York, you know.
What?
Yeah,
I've never been to New York. I've probably been to everywhere. I say probably like 5 different states that I have missed, and New York is one of them. But I've been to everywhere else.
That place.
Wait, so have you? Yeah, it's beautiful. Have y'all ever? Okay, how many states have y'all been on the Eastern Seaboard? The only one I haven't visited yet is Massachusetts. I've never been there. I've never been to Boston.
Yeah, the only one I haven't been to. I haven't been to Maine, New York.
I've been to Vermont though.
Vermont. That's it.
Yeah, I've been to Vermont
on the Eastern Seaboard.
You been to Boston before?
Yeah. My grandmother used to work out there.
Mm-hmm. I haven't been to Alabama though. That's another place I haven't been.
Yep. I've been to
Florida.
Y'all some travelers.
Yeah,
well, in the East Coast, you gotta move around a lot. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
That's what's happening. A lot of people on the East Side, they don't really get out of their city. But my grandmother, like from early age, like 5 and 6, like I caught a plane at 6 years old by myself to Texas.
Nice.
Yep. First time and everything like that. So they always kept me, traveling and everything. I've been to Norway, traveled to different countries, Mexico. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I've basically got vast in a lot of different cultures and stuff like that. So that's why a lot of certain things, my mindset is a little different when it comes to certain things. I'm not so, compact and clouded. Like I've actually experienced other things, and also from my background and everything, my heritage and my people. So my grandfather, and on his side, they Mexican and Cherokee Indian. So. And,
oh wow.
Yeah. So I've actually met them. They from El Paso, Texas, and they're good people.
I'm trying to get this other link, man. I was like, you know what? Since we're about to end up, I wanted to. Somebody got to mute. I'm hearing an echo, if you don't mind. Wealth Talk Production. I'm about to pull them up real quick. Everybody, we're getting ready to end here, so I'm about to drop this link. Because everybody talked about their channel already. I'm dropping this link in the chat.
What time you my fault, Rashawn. What time you coming up 84? I mean, what time you doing the show tonight?
Same time, 7 p.m. You know what I mean?
10 Eastern.
All right, gotcha.
10 Eastern, yeah.
So everybody, if you can, even if you can't stay, I'm dropping a like in not like. a link in the chat for Wealth Talk Productions. So Wally, you know, he's always popping up and supporting folks. If everybody can just go over there and drop a like on his stream, he is live now. The link is in the chat. Go over there, chop it up for a minute, drop a like, drop a comment, you know, to keep supporting the other streamers. So yeah, everybody, please, please, please go over there and support Wealth Talk Productions in your own way. Like, comment, subscribe, pop up, chat, whatever you want to do. Please do something. Mr. Best in the World, truth is never favored. Thank you for pulling up. Everybody
Always,
else.
brother.
Yeah, Sima said he was catching up from the beginning. So thank you whenever you catch up for the conversation we had, sir, to keep me going. Simon Hector for popping everybody's information in the chat. Definitely appreciate you all for being here. Again, next week, 5 p.m. Eastern time. The new time, I'm going to move it up a little bit since nobody really had a problem with that. 5 p.m. Eastern, next Monday, the 28th. Again, the conversation with AR, or about the topic AR brought up, will be had about should Black women be punished? Well, Black women, but women, period, should be punished for the single mothers, baby mothers, as he put it. Should baby mothers be penalized, criminally punished for the crimes that their children commit? So we're going to have that conversation, both sides, all sides, 50 sides of gray. I really don't care, but we're going to unpack and see what we can come to an understanding about. So please be here for that. Send an email, if you will, to me if you wish to be on the panel, and I will include you then. There's the email there, Rashawn Dave. My name is my name. Hit me up if you wish. And again, if you just want your thoughts represented, send me an email. But in the meantime, the few of you who are remaining, please, please, please just go over to Wally at Wealth Talk Productions. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you feel that is necessary. But I'm just asking us to support other small streamers. Go over there now. But I'm getting ready to head out. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I will see you next week. Peace.